bastard! How could you? How could you do that to Marta? Damn it! If I was more powerful, I could have stopped this! If I was always me, I never would have let this happen!
You should take a good look at her before you start crying.
That voice.
Shina Fujibayashi, at your service.
And Marta Lualdi, the lovely beauty who rose from the dead.
Marta. Marta! Thank goodness you're safe.
I'm sorry for making you go through that, Emil.
Then what is that body?
It's an Igaguri ninja technique. Pretty good, huh? But not as good as Grandpa.
Thank you for helping us, Sheena. But tell me, what brings you to the Temple of Ice?
I came to rescue the kidnapped citizens of Flanor and thought I'd give you a hand.
Kidnapped? What do you mean, ma'am?
You know Flanor was attacked, right?
Oh, yes.
During the attack, the Vanguard kidnapped the family that runs the accessory shop, and I tracked them down here.
So then, they were imposters after all.
What do you mean?
It appears the kidnapping was all part of an even bigger ruse to lure us here.
Perhaps we should continue this discussion elsewhere. It would be dangerous for us to stay here too long.
What the heck is this thing?
I am Tenebrae, enchanted, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you are, I suppose you're right. We should get going. That guy from before might realize the core he has is a fake, and I don't think we want to stay around for that.
Oh, thank God. You know, even now, that scene always tears me up a little bit. I remember the first time I saw it too. Like, I was like about to cry my eyes out. Thank God for Sheena, the bustiest woman in this game.
Let's see, it's Emil, right?
Yes.
I feel like I've met you somewhere before. Maybe it's just my imagination.
I'm sorry. I don't think I remember meeting you.
Oh yeah? That's so strange. Your face looks very familiar. Speaking of familiar faces, that Richter guy, I've seen him before too.
Really?
Yes, I've definitely seen him somewhere. You don't think I'd forget someone dumb enough to fall for the oldest trick in the book. Huh? Ah!
I guess the same goes for you.
I apologize for this.
No, not at all. Let's go find her.
Right. She saved Marta's life after all.
How should we proceed? Follow her down the pit ourselves?
We lack the proper equipment to safely descend from here. Why don't we first try to find a path that might lead to the bottom of the pit?
Good idea. Let's look for another way.
Oh, there goes Sheena falling down a pit again. This game really abused that. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal in the first game. Like, but this game, man, they took it to the next level. You know, let's fight, actually. I want to talk a little bit. But I'm actually, yeah, that scene was probably the most kind of heartbreaking scene in the game. just for, you know, it actually really stooped me for a little bit, and I actually thought like she, you know, died. And not a lot of games can do that for me. Like, I know she's the main character and there's like no way she would be killed off, but it actually really made me think she died for a second. And I was actually in tears.
At least make it challenging.
Even now, I felt tears in my eyes just from watching it. Yay, we got a plant thingy, even though it's just getting shoved in my thing. Goodbye, Clover. But yeah, that scene has always been quite, you know, emotional for me. Anyway, we got a door there. Can't really do anything yet, but scene.
Thanks, Emil, for before.
About what?
When you thought I'd been killed, you got really furious. I half expected you to be relieved that this annoying girl was finally out of your hair.
I'd never think anything like that. When I saw you get stabbed, all I could think about was how I never told you how I felt.
What?
I want you to forget everything I said earlier about you telling me who I'm supposed to be. I don't really think that.
Wait, do you mean that you...
No, not that. It's just I know I'm not the person you think I am, but...
No, you're wrong. Sure, when we first started out together, I had it in my head that you were this all-powerful Prince Charming. But after a while, I realized you're actually scared of a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm so pathetic.
But that timid Emil is the one fighting for me with everything he's got, even though he never asked to get wrapped up in all this in the first place. It touches my heart far more than a hero who fights without fear.
What?
I think that the real you is much, much cooler than the fantasy I had in my mind.
I'm glad to see the two of you so happy.
After all that, don't you have anything to say to Marta?
Come on, Emil.
It's okay. I'm going to go on loving you regardless of how you feel. You don't have to say anything.
Well, let's keep moving. I hope Sheena's all right.
Right.
And there's another scene that I've always remembered. It's really touching. You know, Marta is actually a very devoted girl when she wants to be. Anyway, before we head into that door, which is actually where we need to go, let's go back here. And if you didn't realize, you have to point the statues, you know, all into the middle, so their faces are all pointed to the middle. It's pretty easy. I found it out on my own pretty easily. Run! That's a gold spinner, but it's pointless because I have retribution. So, yeah, a lot of scenes in this dungeon are very, very daring to me. I love this dungeon just for these scenes. I'm glad I got them recorded too, so I can watch them whenever I want, because they're some of my favorites in the game. They're really nice.
Something smells.
What is this terrible stench?
I actually loved Regal's tone of voice in that sentence.
That smells familiar.
That's Oda's seduction. That means Dex is here.
Wait, you know that guy?
This is bad. She's not waking up.
Oh god, it's Alice.
Alice, Alice, my darling, your dear Dex is here. Now open your eyes for me.
I'm surprised she hasn't come to yet. Your cologne could wake the dead.
You're entranced by my alluring scent as well. However, I am pledged to my darling Alice.
Dex?
You came just in time. This girl broke my fall. Can you use healing arts to help her?
No.
Marta? But Richter killed you.
Just a minute. You know Richter? Are you guys friends with that creep?
Sheena, those two are both members of the Vanguard.
Oh my god.
Ow! What the?
I love how Sheena just throws her to the ground. Slams her face into the ground. That's so funny.
Alice, my darling, it's your prince, Dex.
What the? Why is Double Dex here? Ugh! Get away from me, you reek! Mart? Why are you still alive? What, Richter failed?
Yes, my dearest Alice. And after all that trouble I went to, transforming to lure Marta away from her friends,
Daddy! That was nothing but a disguise!
Sheena, is that similar to your ninja technique?
No. Even the most advanced techniques of the Igaguri style involve some sort of trick or device.
Well. Guess I'll just have to take care of little Mart myself. I can't wait to see the look on Richter's face when I tell him.
let me help, my dearest Alice.
Dex, you stink. Stay away from me.
Damn it. God, I hate when I do that!
Now then, be a good girl and say your prayers before I send you off to heaven.
Not so fast! Celsius! This ice wall won't hold forever. Let's get out of here while we still can.
Well, that was, perfect timing. Ha ha! Oh, hey, Alice. You mad? You mad? Come at me, bro. Come on. What you got? You got anything? Come on. Come on. I'm waiting here. I'm gonna wait till this freeze is over. I think we should take a coffee break. You know, just set up a picnic right here. Just, yeah. Anyway, skit.